How to transfer big contacts from Android to iPhone. Part 1. Using Tunes Go Retro. Download and install Wondershare Tunes Go Retro. The main advantages of this new application are: no cloud storage is used for data transfer. It can transfer up to 90,000 contacts with a single click. Besides content transfer, it can also transfer pictures, text messages, and call logs. To achieve the results in this regard, the iOS user needs to connect both the devices with a computer. Then, the user needs to mark all the contacts that need transfer and click Start Copy. Once the list turns green with the success prompt, the process has been completed in full. Part 2. Using Gmail. The user needs to connect phone with a computer through a USB cable as shown in the figure below. Once it has been done, the user then needs to make sure that the contacts on the Android are open and the menu button is pressed to make sure that the following menu appears from where the user needs to select Merge with Google account. Under the Gmail application, the user can see that the contacts will be updated. Once the sync has been complete, the user needs to import the contacts back. The user can access the place again and tap Merge with Google once again. To import the contacts to iPhone, the user needs to tap Settings, Mail, and then Contacts and Calendars. On the next screen, the user needs to tap the Gmail icon to sync the contacts and complete the process. Part 3. Using iCloud. Following is a process to be followed in this regard. The user needs to make sure that the cloud application on the PC is launched, and the Contacts tab is double-clicked as shown in the figure below. Once it has been done, the user needs to click the setting icon on the bottom left corner of the application and select Export the contacts as a vCard. The user then needs to connect the Android phone with the computer as shown in the figure below. Once it has been done, the user needs to find the vCard to import to the phone to make sure that the process is complete. Part 4. Using Android app. The user needs to access the Google Play Store and within the search bar has to type the relevant keywords, for example, phone swapper, as shown in the figure below. Once it has been done, the user needs to hit Install to make sure that the application is downloaded by following the prompts as shown. The user needs to accept the terms to make sure that the downloading starts as shown below. Once the application is launched, the user will see the following screen. The user now needs to tap the icon Send Contacts to Cloud to get the following screen. Once the cloud is synced with all the contacts, the user will get the PIN as shown in the figure below. By following the same process with the target phone, whatever the genre may be, the user can download and access the application to make sure that the contacts are found. The contacts will be saved in the cloud storage for 7 days and will be deleted robotically. Tap the Get Contacts from Cloud button on the target device. Part 5. Using SIM card. To achieve the best result in this regard of the course is: the user needs to access the contacts of the phone as shown in the figure below. From the upper right corner, the user needs to make sure that the 3 vertical dots are tapped as shown in the figure below. From the drop-down, the user needs to make sure that the Manage Contacts tab is pressed to access the following screen. The user needs to make sure that the Copy Contact option is tapped so the following screen slides in. Part 6. Using iTunes. The user needs to tap the settings of the Android phone and then click Accounts and Sync as shown in the figure below. Once it has been done, the user then needs to make sure that the Google account is tapped as shown below. Once it has been done, the user needs to tap the Sync Contacts tab to show below. The user then needs to make sure that the contacts are exported by the following path logging into Gmail, navigating Contacts, Export as demonstrated, and the figure below. On the next screen, the user needs to make sure that the contacts are exported as a CSV file as shown in the figure below. The user needs to make sure that the latest version of iTunes is downloaded from the Apple's website and launched once installed. Once it has been done, the user then needs to connect the iPhone to the system with the original cable as shown in the figure below.